Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from October 20th to the 26th. New releases from John Grisham and a new entry in the Lincoln Lawyer series highlight the over 450 new books releasing this week. Unfortunately, there is no way we can cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. Thicker Than Water is the first in the Mercy Gale series by Robin James. Mercy Gale, daughter of once famed defense attorney E. Thomas Gale, lives under the weight of her father's legacy as his mind slips into dementia. When a former client, convicted killer Jeremy Holt, threatens to reveal Thomas's buried secrets, Mercy is pulled into the only case her father ever lost, the murder of Jeremy's sister. As she re-examines the evidence, Mercy uncovers a web of lies, corruption, and betrayal that reaches deep into her family's past. Each discovery forces her to confront an impossible truth. Whether her father's downfall was illness or complicity in a crime that could destroy them both. Thicker Than Water comes out on October 23rd. The Toronto Thunder series by Beth Bolden begins with Perfect Storm. Toronto Thunder quarterback Aiden Flynn thought he was straight until his closest friend and the man he secretly wanted left for another team. Trying to move on, Aiden agrees to a drunken pact with his best friend's younger brother Levi. If his crush doesn't work out, Levi will help him explore his desire. Aiden doesn't expect Levi to take it seriously or to show up weeks later as the Thunder's new right tackle. Living and working together, their arrangement turns into something deeper. But when Aiden's past resurfaces, he must decide if Levi belongs in his life and his heart for good. Perfect Storm will release on October 20th. A new portal progression fantasy series by Yuri Vinokuroff and Oleg Sapphire begins with The Drone Lord. Once exiled and despised, the Drone Lord was the one who saved humanity when its own heroes failed. Years later, reborn in a new body and commanding an army of machines, he no longer seeks forgiveness or belonging, only control over his own fate. Fueled by memory and rage, he forges a new world on his terms. But when enemies from the past resurface and strangers somehow know his name, the line between savior and destroyer begins to blur, forcing him to confront what it truly means to be free. The Drone Lord begins on October 26th. The Last Love Song is a new mystery of music and fame from Lucinda Riley. Sorcha O'Donovan leaves her quiet coastal village in West Cork to follow her musician lover, Con Daly, to London in search of a new life. At first, their shared dreams and love sustain them through hardship. But when Con's talent finally brings fame and success, their relationship is tested by the pressures of celebrity and ambition. As distance and temptation grow, Sorcha must decide whether love can survive in a world that no longer feels like their own, or if the cost of chasing dreams is losing the heart of who they were. The Last Love Song will release on October 23rd. King of Sorrow is the latest from New York Times bestselling author Joe Hill. At Rackham College in Maine, bookish student Arthur Oakes is blackmailed into stealing rare volumes from the library by a local criminal. Desperate, he and 5 friends devise a reckless plan. Summon a dragon using an ancient journal said to hold dark power. What begins as a bid for freedom turns into a curse binding them to King Sorrow, a creature who demands a yearly sacrifice in exchange for their lives. As the friends grapple with fear, guilt, and impossible choices, they discover that magic and the price of survival can be far more terrifying than crime itself. King of Sorrow releases on October 21st. USA Today bestselling author Lili Valente brings us All I Want for Christmas is a Fake British Boyfriend. When event planner Emily Darling's holiday trip to London spirals into chaos after a viral photo exposes her half-dressed with a royal, she becomes an instant scandal. To calm the tabloids and save her career, she and Prince Oliver agree to a fake relationship until the frenzy fades. But what begins as damage control soon turns into something genuine, as shared laughter, late nights, and Christmas traditions blur the line between pretending and feeling. When fame and fear threaten to undo it all, Emily must decide if love and Oliver are worth the risk. All I Want for Christmas is a Fake British Boyfriend will be released on October 24th. A Wild and Hungry Place is a dark fantasy from E. Ottoman. After her husband's death, Cricket flees her cruel mother-in-law and the blood curse that binds her, seeking refuge in a remote New England town. She finds shelter with the reclusive Gabriel Throckmorton, whose garden of poisonous plants hides more than botanical secrets. As they work to break the curse, Cricket is haunted by dreams of a spectral woman and drawn towards Gabriel's dangerous charm. But when she uncovers buried bones and strange power in the woods, in a town corrupted by dark magic, Cricket realizes the past she's running from may be entwined with something far more sinister. A Wild and Hungry Place releases on October 22nd. The Devil She Knows is a new fantasy sapphic romance from Alexandria Bellefleur. After a disastrous breakup and losing her home, Samantha Cooper's terrible day takes a surreal turn when she's trapped in an elevator with Daphne, a charming demon in pink, offering 6 wishes for her soul. Determined to outsmart the deal, Samantha plans to use just one wish to win back her ex. But each wish comes with a twist, drawing her deeper into Daphne's world and closer to the truth about what she really wants. As love sparks between human and demon, the two must face the ultimate choice: freedom, redemption, or each other. The Devil She Knows will be released on October 21st. The Darkening is the first book in the Darkening series by USA Today bestselling author Jasper T. Scott. When alien spores fall over Montana, they bring snow in summer, deadly creatures, and an infection that warps the human mind and body. As civilization collapses, former teacher Nate Corwin and his wife Paula flee south with their children, hoping her family's Florida farm offers safety. But every mile is a fight for survival through storms, violent survivors, and evolving monsters immune to light. Amid the chaos, the Corwins must face impossible choices: how much of their humanity they can keep, and what they're willing to sacrifice to protect each other in a world consumed by alien horror. The Darkening will release on October 25th. Finally, we have Bad Bad Girl, an engrossing autobiographical novel from award-winning author Gish Jen. Born into privilege in 1920 Shanghai, Lu Shuxin, later called Agnes, defies expectations placed on women in her conservative family. Sent to a Catholic school, she thrives academically, but is reminded that her brilliance would matter more if she were only a boy. Fleeing China in 1947 to study in America, she builds a new life with fellow immigrant Jen Xiaopei, but exile, loss, and cultural dislocation take their toll. When her own daughter, Gish, inherits her fierce spirit and voice, Agnes finds herself repeating the same harsh lessons she once endured, caught between love, disappointment, and generational echoes of restraint. Spanning continents, generations, and cultures, Bad Bad Girl is a novel only Gish Jen could have written. Genre-bending, courageous, wise, and as immensely incisive as it is compassionate. Bad Bad Girl will be released on October 21st. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading lists, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.